Everybody loves a kiosk, and we love a kiosk on Fishing Historic Places. Here is a kiosk about Russell, Massachusetts. You are here, right off Route 20. It's giving us a little bit of information about Russell. Not a lot, but a little. When you see a kiosk like this, maybe stop and check it out. It's going to add to your experience in the outdoors. But at least we can see here the name of some of the mills that were created that we have and will highlight in Fishing Historic Places. Russell and the Westfield River is fairly close to home. But as you can see, nice kiosk. Bird has taken advantage of the opportunity to make a nest. Looks like a robin. So we're heading down toward what we would call the Russell Factory Village, or one of the three. This one is the Strathmore Factory Village. We'll see it as we go around this corner. The Westfield River is maybe 150 feet below us on the right. It was once a wild river passing through a gorge over some crazy outcroppings of Toccoa Mountain. And this was a perfect place to build a dam, which was done shortly after the Western Railroad was completed. And here we are, the old factory village of Strathmore, right? Russell Factory Village, the Strathmore Mills. And you can see this mill has obviously seen better days. It's interesting to look around the factory village here in Russell today. On the other side looms Toccoa Mountain, and here behind me looms the remains of the Woronoco paper mill that was subsequently named the Strathmore Paper Company in combination with the Mittenegg Mill, both owned by Horace Moses. When we look at this today, and we look at the community, we don't think about the vision that the owner of these two mills had for the communities that surround them. Horace Moses was known for paying his workers a healthy wage and providing them with vacation opportunities at nearby Horace Moses Park. Up the river from here, workers were paid well and expected to work hard. And this village was a village that people came to from all over the world to investigate what a healthy factory village should look like. It's fallen on hard times now, as you can see, and the mill is coming down. Almost 200 years old. And there's no outcry, there's nobody talking about lost history. The mill's coming down. Well, look at that. See the electric metal? Looks like wrought iron holding the utility condensers up there. There's another one. There's another one. It's not history if it's a factory in the minds of a lot of people. But yeah, Horace Moses later became very involved in philanthropic projects like 4-H, like YMCA, like the Boys Club, and of course the Boy Scouts, building Camp Moses up on Russell Pond. Just below the factory and the dam that makes that factory possible would be the old Woronoco Falls, which are a series of awesome geologic features that, were the factory not there, I think they'd be something that people would really take trips to see. Glacial potholes litter the area, beautiful. Small torrents and cataracts plunge the river down into the pools below. And it's the pools below that we decided to start fishing. What we would do typically when we go to Woronoco is we'll start in the second of the lower pools and work our way up toward that cataract I showed you. Oh, a little smallmouth. Did not set the hook well there. I just saw that he was swimming with it. That's funny. Smallmouth will teach you how to Euro nymph. There's one. Oh, now who's this? I don't think it's a smallmouth. No, it is. Yes. Oh, he's gone. Smallmouth will teach you how to Euro nymph because they're going to teach you the feel of the hit, you know, which a lot of times isn't a feel thing at all. It's about watching that line as it goes into the water and understanding the forward progress of it, the way it dances in the current, all that good stuff. Oop. So it's not like you feel a thud much when you're doing this, although you do sometimes. It's generally about just paying attention to how it's drifting. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at this. Mr. Sunfish on the Euro nymph in the mighty Westfield River at Woronoco. Yes. Oh, look. Do you see that right there? It's Mr. Lamprey. Watch. Euro nymph. Do you see the lamprey sitting there? I don't know if you can see him. It looks like a pipe. But that is a Sea Run Lamprey. He's got his sucker mouth on a piece of quartz right there. And he's just sitting there. He's a relative of the shark. And he's coming up the river to have his babies. 2, 3, there's a big one over there, 4. They're pretty disgusting. They've got that mouth. There's another one on its bed over there. I've seen them bedding here before. The lamprey. Interesting behavior. They're definitely spawning. I'm going to go catch some fish. Right down there, Hank's on the end of a point in the center of that pool. I'm just going to ease in over here and try the Euro nymph. Got everybody here. Mr. Beaver's over here. Swimming in my river. Or I'm fishing in his river. Oh, there we go. Oh, we got off. What was that? Had a good feel to it. Felt like a fish. Not a 6-inch smallmouth. Backhand the Euro nymph, let the current grab it, swing it out into the deeper water, drop my pole tip, let it down a little. I've got a sycamore over my head that's making this hard, but I will persevere. Mr. Beaver going over there attacking the tree. You see him? Look at him. He's dragging the tree in. Crazy guy. That's a big beaver. Now he's going to swim it across. Where's his dam? Or his den? His den is over here. Lodge, I should say. Now we're going to watch a pile of sticks swim across the river right by us. It's going to be funny. Mr. Beaver! Nice whack in there. There we go. Gave it a dead drift. And I think this is could be a smallmouth, but it was right in that current, so it very well could be a rainbow. Yeah, it's a brown. Little brown. A brown that is not as good for wear as he ought to be. I got to get him right off, little guy. Always wet your hands. Browns are like a snake. There he is. In the water. So I work to the other side of the rock. You see right here there's a bubble line. And bubble lines mean fish. So let's see if it's going to work here. Going to cast it across that current. It's going to swim right down into the bubble line. By the time it gets to that bubble line, it's going to be nice and deep. Here we go. Here we go. This is a trout. Looks like a pretty good fish. Pretty good one. Oh, I'm shaking his head. Feels like a brown. I bet it's a shad. Got all these shad in here now. No. Felt better than it was. It's a rainbow, it looks like. No, it's a brown. I'm glad the state actually put some brown trout in here. Nice. Okay. Crank you down so you can see the game here. I got the floating net. Okay, here is Mr. Brown. Not a huge fish, but he'll get big in here. There he goes. You can see I put the pipe insulation on my net, so it makes it easy for me to do what I'm doing. In other words, I can take it, let it float, take a fish off. It's not sinking at the current. So, there's a brown. Right when I got to that bubble line, just like I told you. When you have a bubble line, you've got fish. Because they're not stupid. A bubble line is like a refrigerator door for a fish. It's like they open up the refrigerator door. They get to the bubble line and their mouth is open. They're waiting at the refrigerator. Refrigerator, right? Refrigerator. I'm getting excited.
See the powerhouse lit up there. That's the only thing they still use the dam for. They're still making electricity up there. Not the kind of electricity they could be making, but they're making some.